Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to do kind of a brand overview and go over some of my favorite products from Benefit Cosmetics that I think are worth the money. And I actually wanted to do this video because they're actually having a friends and family sale soon if you are watching this in real time, but even if the sale is over, you can still get some really good product recommendations if you're just kind of wondering what's actually good from the brand since they have so many products. So they are doing a friends and family 30% off sale. Technically it starts on May 1st, but if you guys use my code, you actually get to shop it today a few days early. So this video is not sponsored by them, but they did offer me an early access, and I figured for you guys to get the good stuff before anything sells out. Hopefully this will be helpful. I know we both like a really good deal, so the code that you can use on their website to get the 30% off now is LeahJanae30. Of course, Benefit has been around for a really long time, and I feel like it's really stayed popular for a while too. They're really well known for their brow products, and I guess in like the early days they're really well known for their professional primer, and now I even feel like some of their best products are their cheek products, but there's definitely some misses in the line that I don't really recommend. Like, let's say most of their foundations and concealers, powders, and stuff like that I haven't really fallen in love with, or their lip products, but I still have a ton of favorites here for you. So let's just get started. Let's start the video off with my brow recommendations, just because that's kind of Benefit's thing, what they're most known for. They even have little brow bars across the United States and in certain Ulta stores. So I have quite a few Benefit brow loves. I mean, they have come out with, I feel like, a new brow product every single year. Somehow they're always coming up with something new and innovative, and I haven't loved everything they've done, but I do have some top favorites. For brow pencil, this has been my go-to for years, and it is the Precisely My Brow Pencil from Benefit, and I love this one because it does have the more micro tip, so you can really get in there and get detailed with the brows. It's easy to use. I usually use the shade number 1 or 2. I kind of go in between, but seriously, like, there's been like so many brow products that even Benefit has come out with in other brands, and I always go back to this one. It's just a tried and true favorite. Lasts all day. It's like the perfect formula where it's not too rough and it's not too creamy. I just love this one and recommend it for anyone. Another one of my go-to products for years since this came out, I've been raving about this on my channel probably over 10 years. This is their Gimme Brow Volumizing kind of fiber gel, and I know now we've been kind of into more of the brow glues and the more laminated brow look, but I've just always loved this one for quick and easy on the go. Throw in my brows, I'm ready to go, and I don't have to take much time. It's great for no makeup days because it offers color, but it also has these little fibers in it to kind of thicken the brows up. It does hold them. It's not going to laminate them up, but I absolutely love this one. I'll even use it with my brow pencil and throw this on top, and it kind of gives a more natural look and a little bit more of a fuller brow. So you can use this on its own. It's seriously my favorite. I love a little bit of color in my brow gels, especially on more natural makeup days, just because sometimes my hairs can look a little bit sparse in between, so this will just fill them right in. And yeah, literally I've used this for years. I've probably gone through like 20 of them over the lifetime of having it. Okay, we're gonna have to deal with the lawnmower in the background, but let's talk about their brow setter. So I know they recently came out with a brow wax to fluff up, but honestly I still feel like the brow setter does a better job. The fluff up is more of kind of a glue, but I just feel like it doesn't set down how I want. I mean, the brow setter is a little bit more crunchy, but I feel like this holds the brows up longer and sets them in place even better than the fluff up, so this one is my favorite. It is just a clear formula. It's not going to be a sticky glue-like texture. It is going to just be one of more of those gels that just hardens down and locks those brows in place so they will not budge. And I know this one has been getting some more traction lately on like TikTok and stuff, and it really is just a tried and true brow product from them that also has been around for a long time. And something I love about Benefit is they make minis in like all of their products, which is so nice if you do have a larger collection, because sometimes like it takes a long time to use up a full size. So I do have minis in some of these products as well. And then something else I wanted to include that I've had in my collection for quite a long time, been a tried and true product for me for years, is actually their highbrow pencil. And I feel like this is one that not many people talk about. I've obviously used mine quite a bit, but basically what I like to use this for, it's kind of like just this light pink highlighty tone. I love to use this underneath my brows to kind of carve out the shape. It actually like hides any like sparse hairs you have if you haven't done your brow wax or your tweezers lately. So it just like really makes the shape and just brightens that area. So I use mine underneath my brows. That's typically what I use it for, but you can also use it on like your waterline to brighten up that area too. I love a good bright waterline just to kind of make my eyes look a little bit bigger. I think they also have a deeper tone in this that's more golden, but oh my gosh, the shade of this one for me is perfection. It doesn't look pink once it gets on the skin. It just has that kind of tint to kind of brighten things up, but once you blend it out, it will just give you a nice matte kind of highlight under there. So love this one too. Let's move on to mascaras, because I personally really love Benefit mascaras. I feel like they make really good ones. My two favorites have to be the They're Real. I believe this was one of their first ones that really got mainstream and got so much attention, and I still love this one, and I still feel like nothing compares to this, and there's not a good dupe out there. This is again just a little mini guy, but what I like about this one is with the wand, it's so unique. It has like this they're kind of harder bristles, but then it has this rounded tip that you can just like really get in there and separate the lashes. With this one, you can build and build and build, and it never clumps up. It's so separating, but gives me the length and volume that I want. This one's also great to layer with. It just, if you're wanting a good separating mascara that doesn't clump up, this is the one to try, and it never smudges on me, which I can struggle with that with some mascaras. Like their Real Magnet mascara is honestly the worst one for me. That one smudged all over my under eyes. It just does not set well, especially if you do have more oily skin. So don't get the magnet one, but do get the original. I just still love this one. I also do enjoy their roller lash, but honestly e.l.f. made like an exact dupe of that one, so I guess I would say just get the e.l.f. one instead of roller lash. But the other mascara I actually do like from them. It's a little bit different than their Real. This one is the Bad Gal Bang, and what I like about this one is okay, it is a little bit more clumpy than their Real, but I actually feel like this one does add a bit more length to the lashes. It has a just really nice skinny wand. It's very flexible as well, so you can really get in there to coat all the way to the tip. But if you really don't like your mascara to clump as much, like it's not bad, you can still separate them. It's not going to look like spider lashes or anything unless you do like over 5 coats. But yeah, if you don't like more of a clumpy mascara, then try the They're Real. But honestly, sometimes the clumpy mascara sometimes give you more volume and a little bit more length as well, and just make your lashes look thicker. So these have been out a while, and I still love them, and I still use them in my collection. So definitely my top two is They're Real and Bad Gal Bang. Okay, so my other favorite category from Benefit is their cheek products. They make such good ones, from bronzer to blush and highlight, and typically I do prefer their powder ones. I know like for the longest time their cheek tint was honestly pretty popular. I think that was one of their first products. It technically was actually made to be a nipple tint, but now people use it on like the cheeks and lips. But I don't know, I never got into those tints. I just feel like they're not quite as pigmented as I would like them to be in the formula. I'm just not feeling, but they really kill it with the powder products. Of course, I have to mention this iconic bronzer, which is Hoola. This one, it's been out for ages. Honestly, I kind of got away from using it for a while, and they recently sent me a new one, and I've fallen back in love with it. But the thing is with this one, I really only use it if I have like a little bit of a tan. So when I'm using my self tanner, because I am very fair, so this one's a little too dark when I am at my palest. But It's such a good one if you just want to bring in that kiss from the sun look, a little bit of warmth to the cheeks. I have it on, of course, now. I find it very easy to blend out, and it's just been such a best-selling product for them for years, so you know it's good. It stood the test of time, and it's still better than so many other powder bronzers that I have tried. I just love the color of this one and just how blendable and smooth it looks on the cheeks. So Hoola is always gonna be a favorite. And also I have to mention their powder blushes. Now they recently well, I guess not recent anymore, but it's been like a year. They redid them all and came out with a bunch of new shades, because before their blushes were nice and people still talked about them and raved about them, but they were so light and I really didn't feel like they had enough pigmentation to suit all skin colors. And now they have so many different options. They're so much more pigmented. They're just so good, you guys. One of my favorite powder blushes. I have a bunch of colors. My probably all-time most used favorite is Shelly, just because this is just a really nice kind of corally pink. It's kind of that pink that we're all looking for. It's not like baby bright pink, but it does give that kind of coral tone with it. I think it's so beautiful on the skin and will suit many skin tones, and it's plenty pigmented, I think, even though this is one of their lighter ones in the collection. But I feel like this works for light and medium skin tones. It's such a pretty color. Here is it swatched on my hand, but of course I did use it on the cheeks as well. But if you want that bright pink blush, this one you definitely want to check out. For something a little deeper, I really enjoy Pom Pom as well. This one has like a little bit of a kind of rosy undertone to it. It's very pretty, and it looks just a tinge darker than Shelly does on the cheeks. I use this on my other cheek. It is such a pretty blush. If you want just a nice rosy tone that actually has some more pigment to it. If you want a nice peach, I have the shade Sunny. This one's a little bit on the lighter side as well, so better for fair light skin tones, but this is a gorgeous peachy tone. This is such a fun one. If you want something more unique in your collection, I know orange blush has kind of been trending a lot, and this one is Butterfly. Definitely, if you're looking for something more unique to add to your collection, this is a fun one, and it will be so good for summer. And lastly, this is one of their more deeper tones. This one is Java, which is kind of just a rich, almost brown rose. So these are my top favorites in the collection. Now we also have to talk about highlight. Benefit actually makes one of my favorite highlighters of all time, which is Cookie. I still have the older, kind of thicker packaging, but now they come in a little thinner one. It fits better in the drawers and stuff. They used to come with brushes that just were not great, so that is why it has the bigger packaging. But Cookie is the best highlight if you're looking for something more pearly champagne. If you want that blinging highlight you could see from outer space, this is the one. It is so bright. Here to swatch, just look at that insane glow. Such a good one, literally in my top 5 highlights of all time. Now this one actually has been going pretty viral because Alex Earl talked about this one quite a bit, and this is the Tickle highlight. Now this one doesn't look the best on me personally because it has this almost gold shimmeriness to it, but I can make it work when I have a tan, and I feel like maybe in the summer I would like this one a bit more, but you can definitely see the gold reflex it leaves on the skin. But I think this is such a pretty one if you do have a more medium skin tone. Honestly, it doesn't look as bright as Cookie does, but it just gives off a really pretty finish that's like different than any other highlight. It's almost like duochrome where it's pink and gold at the same time, but it looks more natural on the skin, but you can just really see the gold stand out in this one. It's definitely not one that I usually gravitate towards. I definitely gravitate towards Cookie, but I do want to share this one because it is a very well-loved product. And then lastly, I had to shout out the Professional Super Setter Setting Spray. This was Benefit's, I think, first setting spray that they've done, and it's really good. This will keep your makeup on literally all day long. It doesn't give like a glow or anything like that. It will just set it to last, kind of like, let's say, Urban Decay All Nighter or Charlotte Tilbury, her setting spray. This is very comparable. I use this for my photo shoots, especially when we did a photo shoot in Miami where it was humid, I was sweaty. This kept my makeup on all day and it looked flawless the whole shoot. It has a really nice fine mist. It will definitely not blast you with a ton of liquid, if that makes sense. Like some, I feel like spray so uneven. This is just a very fine, smooth mist, which I love, especially as it's warming up in the warmer months. I know my makeup definitely does not last as long when it is hotter out. This is gonna be your best friend. So you can also buy a little mini size too. I have a little mini behind me that I always travel with as well, since this is quite a bit larger. Here is the smaller size I have, and I just stick this in my travel bag or in my purse, and you can refill it as well with this one. So that's pretty much everything I wanted to talk about. I will say Benefit has launched a whole skincare line, and you can use the discount on the skincare, but honestly I have not tried everything enough to give you guys my thoughts on it, because I don't want to recommend something that I really haven't given enough of a try. These products I mentioned have been favorites for years, are tried and true products I reach for all the time in my collection. I know Benefit really has some standout products to me in my opinion. Like I mentioned, again, if you guys are watching right now, you can use my code LeahJanae30 to save 30% off the entire Benefit websites. There's just a couple exclusions on some different sets. I'll leave the exclusions down below as well in case there was like a set you wanted, but most of the sets do not count and you can't use a discount on top of another discount, if that makes sense. So I'll have all these products linked down below with my affiliate links. I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys go. I hope this video was helpful. Hopefully you guys got some fun ideas you'd like to try from Benefit. Also, like, leave your recommendations down below for the others in the comment section to see some of your favorite products for like your skin type, what you've been enjoying as well. Maybe I need to pick up a couple new things as well. But I'm gonna let you guys go. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.